Hi, hi. Ooh. Sorry I'm late. I'm a little late. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hello. I'm just gonna wait for people to kind of like get here really quick. Just kind of like roll in. Get finished up setting things up. Knox, is that you? Okay. Ooh. Hello. Hello, hello. Let me know if you guys can like see and hear me okay. It's 2:30. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hi guys. Hi, hi, hi. Hello. Hello, hello. I'm just kind of waiting for some people to get here and then we're gonna like just get started, and this is gonna be it's gonna be a little bit long of a stream. If anyone's new to the stream and doesn't know the news, I am so sorry. Hi, hi. I'm feeling a little better than yesterday. It's been rough out here. So this video, again, if you see it halfway through or later on and stuff, it's gonna be posted, so you guys will still be able to like watch it on your own time and everything, so don't worry, it'll be in the live stream playlist. But yeah, we're going to, if you guys follow our Instagram and our Twitter, I posted Major's memorial link on there, so you guys can hopefully go on there. If you guys don't have our Instagram or our Twitter, if you just go on Lap of Love, I was trying to put it in the description, it wouldn't let me. If you go on Lap of Love and you just search Major in the bar, should be able to see like his memorial on there and like his story, and you can like do like a virtual like light a candle and stuff like that. But yeah, also it just got posted on our Instagram and our Twitter, so you guys can go through that. And probably just start off by explaining what happened. I know most of you know already like what happened, but I know there's a lot of people that are just now finding out because of the official video I posted. So we are gonna talk about it. And then go on the memorial, ask questions, you know, all of that type of stuff. Read comments and just celebrate. I'm gonna show you guys all, like, try my best to show you guys all the Polaroid pictures and stuff that we took of like his final bucket list and all that stuff, because he had a great time. He finished the whole bucket list, so. All right, I'm gonna drink some water and then we are going to get this thing started. Okay. All right. So, for those of you who are just finding out, yes, Major passed away on May 26th at 2:32 p.m. He had an incident about a month before that where he started to already kind of get symptoms of canine cognitive dysfunction. So what that is canine dementia or canine Alzheimer's. It's very similar to the things in humans. In May. It was originally, so he had an incident. He was already kind of like acting a little bit different in the past few months, but I didn't really think anything extreme of it yet. And he had a random day where he he collapsed outside, so we rushed him to the emergency vet. And he has canine cognitive dysfunction or canine dementia. He was in his second stage, so there's a couple of stages for canine cognitive dysfunction. And the second stage is basically where he's past the regular symptoms, and then it's kind of like in the middle. It is the best way I can explain. In the middle of it, and then the final stage, it's not something that's curable for animals. They have medication to like prolong it. However, it's like if they're older and it's already past a certain stage, there's not much left to do, and if it did prolong, it would just, at the end of the day, the same result's gonna occur. So basically, I made the conscious decision. I talked to the vet, who actually happened to have a dog that has the exact same disease as Major, which was crazy. So basically he told me that right now, just enjoy the time you have, but soon, you know, it's kind of very hard with canine dementia, and it's a horrible disease, because you just never, like, one day they're acting fine and then the next day they couldn't. And Major was kind of already getting to that point where he would be running around like normal, and then like the next day he would be like a completely different dog. And eventually it leads to the point where, with dementia, just like humans, it goes to where they don't remember you anymore. They don't know who they are. They wake up and they start to actually have pain from like something going on in the brain. I don't exactly remember what the vet told me, but that was going to happen. That was inevitable. It's not something that you can change. It's very common in old pets, and all pets can get it. I didn't even know that either. So the original plan was to, since his blood work came out pretty well, his original plan was I was going to have a date set for June or July of when to let him go, because I thought the humane thing to do was to do that, because I did not want him to get to that final stage. I personally, I know everybody's different with their pets, I personally didn't feel like pushing him with medication and consistent vet trips and having him wonder every day if he's going to end up in pain, and just taking that risk of one day he will wake up and not know who I am or who he is. Like, I did not want him to go out that way. I thought that it was something cruel if I was trying to fight that. So we made the decision to give Major a final bucket list, and then around, if I was lucky, around June or July would be the time, because it does progress very quickly. Major was doing very well. He did complete his final bucket list, which is great, which I'll show you guys too and everything. And it was a really good month for him, actually. He actually had like one of the greatest months like of his whole life. And we just had an incident where we had another emergency vet situation a couple weeks later, after we found out, where Major he didn't urinate for almost 15 hours, and he was getting sick. So we took him back to the vet, and basically he was starting to forget his bodily functions on how to urinate, and we had medication that helped him, but it was to the point where he was really struggling, and once that starts, it just goes downhill. So it happened a little bit earlier than I wanted, more than, of course, life, you don't really plan for these things as much as you want to try to plan for it. And once we had that happen, and he had to get, they had to cap him in, stuff like that, the vet and all that. I didn't want to go through that again, and the medication was helping him, but it was only a short-term medication. It can't help him for much longer. And once you start to forget bodily functions, so that's when I made the conscious decision I already had a date for Lap of Love. Lap of Love has been incredible. Again, for anyone just getting here, his memorial is on Lap of Love. I posted it on our Instagram and our Twitter, which is both Adventures of Mandy and Major, the link, so you can click on it. If you don't have either of those social media accounts, that's fine. Just go on lapoflove.com, type in Major under dog memorials, and you'll see our picture pop up. You should be able to write, it does ask you for your email, but you should be able to write your name and then put in your email address, and you write a small note that gets approved by Lap of Love, and you can light a candle for Major. So that's kind of the service that we are doing. So basically, Major went very, very, very peacefully. Again, this is for a lot of, I know I've been doing a couple of live streams talking about it, but for those who are new to this and finding out, he did go very happy and very full. So basically, the day of when it happened, we were able to get a slot in, and he went for a long walk. He had sausage for breakfast. He had, we did the live stream doggy paint session because I wanted that to be, you guys to be a part of it. I know that I didn't tell anybody what was going on because I didn't want in that moment that to be something people were going to be sad when they were watching. I wanted it to be something happy because I always want things with Major to be happy as much as possible. And I actually went to Sonic, and Major has always loved cheeseburgers and like wanted to eat a cheeseburger, but he's never really been able to, minus like the one time way back when, which we'll get into that. So yeah, and instead of just getting him a cheeseburger with me to split, I was like, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna get him the whole menu. So I got him everything on the menu, every different thing. So he had a chocolate shake that he absolutely loved with whipped creams and cherries. And then he had a cheeseburger, plain cheeseburger, and then he also had mozzarella sticks, chili cheese fries, regular french fries, and tater tots. And we just sat on the bed and we just pigged out. And then of course, very shortly after, the process was done. I'm not gonna get into the extreme details about it. I would like to just kind of keep it private, and I don't want this to be something, it's gonna be sad, us talking about it, but I want this to be like a celebration. And it was very peaceful. And the reason I like Lap of Love specifically is when they do humanely euthanize pets. First of all, they do all pets, which is really cool because I guess some places don't do that. Also, they do the injection. The process is a little different. So they will actually have like pain medication that they provide for the animal as well, just in case. And then, you know, Major just basically went into a very deep sleep with me after he ate right next to me in his bed, and he didn't even know. So he literally just fell asleep, and he was actually dreaming. It was really cute. He was like kicking and fell asleep with seeing me in front of him, holding him like I do every night before he goes to bed, you know. And yeah, so, you know, it wasn't this horrible experience. It wasn't something scary. It wasn't in a cold vet's office where he didn't know where he was. It wasn't when I was gone. Like, everything, I wouldn't have changed how I did the process, because he was so happy and he was so full and he ate all of the food, and he had such a good time. But I knew it was the right thing to do. And I don't always show the times when Major has his bad days, because again, I want this to be a positive channel. But it's just the reality of when you do get a pet, they get older and you have to make decisions sometimes. Actually, most of the time, I feel like that is, although it's gonna hurt you and not benefit you, it's going to benefit your animal and it's gonna benefit your best friend. So I did what I was supposed to do. So also, Lap of Love allows 3 different options if you would like. You're allowed to do a private cremation, which is what I did with Major, a celebratory cremation or something like that, where they scatter the ashes in a pet cemetery on their own locations, and then they do burials as well. I got a private cremation. I let, oddly enough, the doctor that did it had the exact same name as me. So I feel like it was kind of fate and like meant to be. And she was super, super awesome, super sweet. If she ever sees this channel or video one day, like I hope she realizes how how much she helped with me being able to handle everything okay. And everything was just perfect. I didn't have to worry about a single thing, and she really helped me because she told me, even though, you know, she told me in her experience, like, hey, like, I'm just letting you know, like, I don't know him super well or anything, but just seeing how he is and everything, and, you know, seeing all of, like, your pictures, because all the Polaroids and stuff are still on there, like, she was like, you're doing the right thing, and I can tell he's ready to go, you know, so don't think that you're not, you know, don't think you're not doing the right thing, because you are. So she really helped a lot. But basically, Major's final bucket list, actually, yeah, so, no, we'll start with this. Major's final bucket list, which, again, all got completed. If you guys can see it, yeah, the ring light's in it. It is what it is. All of it got completed. And all of the videos are going to be up as well. But the one last PetSmart run completed. One more Pup Cup completed. Doggy paint session completed. Walk wherever he pleases for a day completed. Catch some raves and waves completed-ish. We got him a giant dog, like a big dog kiddie pool, because we tried to take him to the beach one day and then it was pouring down rain, and it just, in Florida, it just started raining so much. He's already been to the beach a few times, so we just had like a big like summer day in like the front yard, and I got him in like the kiddie pool, the dog kiddie pool, with like his toys and stuff, and like made waves, and like it was in the sun, so I was like, that's gonna count. Puppy spa day, he got that. Puddles galore, where he like runs once it rains because he loves running in the puddles and the ravines. Did that. We did that a few times. Breakfast in bed. Did that. One more Zoom. Actually got 2 more Zoomies out of him, which I was very, very surprised. I did not expect that. I got another Do You Like Your New Toy, like final toy. You know, I got him his last toy. Charcuterie boards. I actually did a couple of them. One of them I did was cheese, which he loved, and the other one I did was fruits, which he did not like as much. Minus the apple. For some reason, he really liked eating the apple. And then majorly happy requests or anything else to add. The time that I had was very small, but I did get some of stuff from you guys asking. And then capture memories and I'll see you next time. So that's basically just taking Polaroid pictures of every single thing on the bucket list. I'm gonna get a little photo book at Walmart or something and make it like his little list. And grub out, enjoy the entire cheeseburger, which obviously has to be, side note, like if you are thinking about things like this for your pets or anything, like, and that you want them to have like a big final last meal, like, just know that once that you do that, it has to be on the last day, because animals can get very sick, and Major would have gotten extremely sick. So just know that when you do that, like, you can't turn back from that. But it's something that every animal should experience, and he got to experience so many different flavors. So, and then I have here, so this also came with Lap of Love as well. So this is his paw print that he got. If it's kind of hard to see, but his actual paw print. And then I also got my own like sealed little tuft of his fur and everything. And then I even kept the receipt of the stuff that we got for Sonic, because I was like, I'm gonna keep this. So yeah, 2 plain cheeseburgers, 2 medium tots, medium chili fries, regular french fries, small mozzarella stick, small chocolate shake. Which I only took like 2 sips of the chocolate shake, and then he loved it. He loved it so much. It got to the point where like he was laying in the bed and I had to lift his head up because he was trying to eat it so much. He was like drowning himself in the chocolate shake, literally, because he just liked the taste of it. And every time I tried to lift his head up, he would get sassy with me. And I was like, I'm not taking it away from you, but you can't just inhale your whole nose in a chocolate shake. So, yeah. And then I even kept as well I kept his little pup cup. So there's a bunch of things as well, and I have a bunch of the Polaroids that I'm gonna show you guys. Lost in the sauce. Yeah, he was, oh my god, because it already has like pup cup is like whipped cream, and I think it has like other stuff in it a little bit too, but so he loves whipped cream anyways, so he was like already got to that, and then he tasted the chocolate like underneath it, and like his whole world changed, and he was like, I've never had, what is this? And it was just so funny. The cheeseburger was actually funny because for those of you, again, if you guys follow my Instagram and my Twitter, I posted the photos of the cheeseburger, and one's like a really cute picture of like him taking a small bite of the cheeseburger, and I'm taking a small bite of mine on the bed. And then you like fast forward and the pictures are literally like he takes a small bite and then he like realizes like, oh, this is a cheeseburger. And he literally like lifts his neck like this and swallows the entire burger whole. I've never seen a dog swallow an entire burger whole without chewing. And I was like panicking because I was like, you can't, you're supposed to chew. And he actually hacked up the whole cheeseburger on the Sonic bag and tried to eat it whole again, and I had to stop him and break the burger in pieces because he wouldn't stop trying to inhale it. I'm like, you're going to choke. Like, it was so funny. It was so good. So yeah, again, if you guys just got here, Lap of Love Memorial, tell me if you guys can find it. It's on my Instagram and my Twitter link. It's on there, and if not, if you guys don't have our Instagram or our Twitter, if you just go on lapoflove.com, it'll show up and it'll have like pet memorials. You just type in the search of the dog's name or the pet's name and type in Major, and it should be one of the very first ones that come up. You found it already and left a message? Good. I'm glad you guys are able to leave the message. I haven't seen, like, I haven't posted it yet, so I just wanted to make sure that, like, if you guys were able to, like, leave the messages and stuff. And then I will, like, go on here. He did. It's beautiful work. It's 10 out of 10. But I don't, because I have one. He did 3. So he basically did 3 doggy paint things with his paw prints and paint. And one is, like, just his little paw prints, kind of. And then the other is his paw prints smeared and my hand smeared on it. And I'm keeping those. And then there's this one. I'm not sure what he was doing with it, but he was just kind of walking, and it just turned into just, you know, Picasso, you know? It just, some things just, no words. It's just, it's beautiful, you know? But I'm thinking about just doing a giveaway on this, just because I already have both of mine, and I don't know, I don't want to throw it away, and I figure maybe one of you guys could have it or something, if you wanted it. I know it's just a bunch of paint smeared, but, you know, Major did it, so might do a giveaway on that soon, and think that would be really fun to do. This is going to be the time to, I'm going to show you guys the Polaroids as well from the bucket list really quickly. And if you guys do know, Major is not here physically, but he's always going to be here. Like I said, the name of my channel isn't going to change. Nothing is going to change about the channel, except I have so many videos of Major that you guys haven't even seen yet. So the final bucket list ones, and I have some vlogs, and I have stuff of before the Do You Like Your New Toy. Like, I have so many videos that are going to last so long. But I'm also going to start, when I am ready, hopefully it'll be sometime, probably July, I will start fostering Shibas. And I will be posting about those Shiba fosters. I'm going to do a lot more like live streams. I'm going to do a lot more Q&As of Shiba Inus, because you can actually adopt a lot more than you think. You don't have to go to necessarily a breeder all the time. And there's actually a lot of Shibas that need help. If you just, there's so many like resources, there's so many websites, and there's so many Shibas and like Shiba mixes and so many dogs that actually need help. And there's a bunch of Shiba Inu foundations and rescues and organizations. And I want to do some charity streams. I want to do, you know, let you guys know how can you adopt, information on Shiba Inus. I want to read you guys a story about your dogs. This is all going to still be a Shiba dog channel. And Major's videos will still be up. But that is what's going to happen. And then, so yeah, that's what we have for the future. Before I get into this, before I get into the photos and showing you guys major and stuff, I do, because I get, like, I guess some people were like concerned, but I want to squash this because this is the last time I'm going to speak about it, based on the video that I just posted of saying that Major was being passed away. And I said that I hope you guys stick around because there's so much that has of like Major, and there's so much left of going, you know, what's going to go for this channel with Sheba's, and you know, when I'm ready to do so. And I did bring up that like Major's merch I will start working on. It'll be like in honor of Major. And I got a couple of comments that were basically like, I want to squash, I get the concern. If you know me in this channel, I would never use Major for like advertisement. I would never, the entire point of this channel is because he changed you guys' lives. So I want to keep going, and I want you guys to know that whatever you're going through, I've always said on this channel, even if it's a 10-second video that makes you laugh for 10 seconds throughout the day, that's 10 seconds that you didn't hurt. That's 10 seconds you didn't have anxiety. That's 10 seconds that, you know, reminded you of the happy times. And I just, yeah. So the entire point of me saying that was saying, hey, I hope you guys stick around. Not for my benefit because I'm trying to profit off of anything. It was because I have so much more, and I have so much, like, you guys have saved my life. Major has saved you guys' lives. Like, I want to just, this is something I just know that I meant to do, and I have other Shebas that I'll be able to foster, and I'll be able to show you guys, like, actual adoptions that people didn't even know you could adopt Shebas. I didn't even know you could really adopt Shebas at rescues that much up until recent. I always thought most of the time you get them from a breeder, and like all of that. So just wanted, I know some people were kind of concerned about that, and maybe I worded it weird or something on the video. I didn't think I did. I thought it came out very clear. Obviously, if you know me, if you know Major, if you know this channel, I would never do that. And I just want that squashed right now because that's not what this channel is about. So, yeah, I'm going to show you guys the Polaroids of Major on his final bucket list. I took as many as possible. I think I got all of the I actually think I got every picture for his bucket list steps. I think I did, but we will see. I took a couple extra too. There's a lot, so you guys are about to go through a whole photo album with me here. I got some of him and Knox. Knox is doing a little bit better, by the way. Knox really struggled. He's still struggling a little bit. Yesterday was the first day I was able to actually put all of Major's things away, which was still really hard. But I think it's gonna help Knox because he was starting to get very confused as to why Major wasn't here, but he could still smell him, and that was Knox's first companion. Knox is only 2 years old, so it was really hard on Knox. We are thinking about, because obviously Knox is not my cat, Knox is my best friend's cat, and we live together, so she was thinking about getting a kitten and doing a kitten rescue that we could both do together. So I think that's going to be something that'll be really fun, so Knox can have a friend, and then obviously, like, I'll have Sheba fosters, but he's doing a lot better. He did struggle. He didn't eat for a little bit. Knox already screams, so if you guys have seen, like, Major screamed, and then Knox really screamed. So, like, when Major didn't want to scream, Knox would do it, so they were both, like, always howling and screeching. And Knox is a Maine Coon mix, so he's very vocal about what he wants and what's going on in life, or if he just wants to scream random things in the air, he will. So he's still doing that, like, a lot more than usual, but he's gotten a lot better. I have kept Major's water bowl out. That'll always stay out. And some of the stuff in the background, like a Major's blanket and all that, those things will stay out. I also kept the Do You Like Your New Toy little toy over there, and his original toy when I first adopted him. But I have to look back on what these are. Okay, so I took a couple because I knew Mother's Day wasn't on the bucket list. But we tried to get one. Let's see how this works, because me and lighting, it's hard. That's the first one. It's like family photos, guys. Knox is in the long thing in the background. That was for Mother's Day. And I got one of Major right here with the Mother's Day balloon on the couch. He hated the balloon. I don't know what it is with him and inflatable things. He just never liked them, and he still doesn't. Knox is so long. He's long, and he's very fluffy. Like, he's a very large cat. Very large. And then this is Major glaring, as he always does. And Knox was sitting on the couch. Knox and him were like, past month, best buds. This was the Major spa day. I swear it looks like he hates his life, but like he didn't. Like he actually really liked it. I got like warm water and put his paws in it. All that stuff. He just didn't really like the thing on his head, which I took off shortly after. This is him running in the ravines. And if you guys see, I have a live stream on that too, where he would just like run up and down like the ravines near our house. He liked it too because the ravines, when it rained, it would get like really muddy, and he loved to just frolic in the mud. No, this is the very first one that we ever did. It was so cute. It was PetSmart. We put him in like the cart this time because he didn't really he tried to walk, but it was so slippery. So I was like, we're gonna get the Sheba blanket and we're gonna get the cart. And then I had this one when we got him the snuffle mat, and he tore up the snuffle mat. This was just him looking cute in his bed, so I just took a picture of it. Look at that boy. He's so orange. Like, look at that. Look at that sass in that little paw. That's so cute. And then after these, I'll answer some of you guys' questions. I know you guys are asking questions. This was when Major wanted to lay on the bed with me. And while this photo was being taken, Major started pooping in my bed. And I had to wash the entire sheets because he wanted to lay in the bed with me, but like he didn't go out yet. And he just started pooping. And I didn't know. That was a memory that will ever be in my brain. But at least it didn't get on me. But, you know, that was terrifying. Yeah, I was just in bed and I was like, what smells weird? And I was just like, I can't move because I think there's poop next to me and I can't move. This was Knox and Major, because Knox just still, like, that gray bowl is still, like, right over there, because Knox just will not drink out of his regular water bowl. He only drinks out of Major's. I don't know if he just, like, he did that ever since, like, Knox came here. This was the pup cup. I tried to get a picture the best I could, but he was so excited about the pup cup that, like, he just, you know, went for it. So that's him very focused. This was the pool. This was the little pool thing that we got to do. And he was, like, actually falling asleep in the tub because he had arthritis really bad sometimes, like, on his spine. So he was just living the life. Living the life. And he had the cheeseburger in it. By the way, I'll bring it up after. I need to stop going 100 miles an hour. My brain can only do... Oh, this is breakfast in bed. I don't know what that is in the middle. I don't know. But, yeah, he got eggs in bed. Eggs and cheese. And he just ate the entire thing. He was so happy. I remember after this, he went for, like, the longest run. He was so excited. I forgot what day this was, but I'll have to go back in my Instagram, because I posted it on our Instagram. I'm a big Halloween horror fanatic. Like, even this, I literally just saw this shirt, like, right before I was with you guys, and I was like, I need this. It says, it's very hard for me to read this way. Adopt a familiar, and it has a bunch of the bad luck animals. Like, it has a little crow, has a black cat on there, has all these little spookies, and then on the bottom, it says Black Magic Animal Rescue. So, I knew he wasn't going to make it to Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday of all time. Last year, he was bread. The year before, he was French fries. He was a shark at one year. he was a couple of, he was candy corn one year, which all I didn't put anything on his head because he hated it. So it was either, if it wasn't like a little suit, it was just a bandana. So we had a candy corn bandana, and he was already orange white. So I was like, well, you're candy corn. I'm just going to make it a wide bandana. Yesterday he was Wonder Bread. We actually bought, thank you. I love this shirt. I think I'm going to wear it for the rest of my life. When I get new shirts like this one and the Shiba Inu with the 3 heads that you guys have seen me wear, are like my 2 favorite shirts. And like obviously like my channel shirt, but my friend made that for me for a surprise when I first made this channel, and it has like a little Shiba Inu here, and it's so cute. But the 3 Shibas too. Everyone was asking if it was merch, and I was like, I wish I could tell you I was that creative, but it's not. But it was a hot topic. I don't know if they'll have it again. They had a black cat with 3 heads, and they had a Shiba Inu with 3 heads. And the second I saw it, there was only 1 shirt left. I'll never forget. And I took that shirt so fast. So yeah, basically we all celebrated halfway to Halloween because that was literally during the time. And I was like, well, he won't be here for Halloween, but halfway to Halloween he will. So we got the original shark costume that he has had in his other videos. And I pulled that out and he wore a shark costume. And then I just had like my little Harley Quinn thing I ripped out of the closet because I was like, it's only halfway, so I'm not going to go full. And we made pumpkin bread and made you guys eat pumpkin bread. And then on my second channel, we did like the pumpkin bread challenge thing, which was torture, but fun. And then this was, again, because Halloween, I'm a big Halloween fanatic, and Major has always celebrated Halloween with me. I've never had a Halloween where he hasn't been by my side. And even especially too, like 2020 and Halloween and stuff, like couldn't do anything, you know? So I celebrated the holidays, most of the holidays, like completely by myself with Major. Like 4th of July, you know, that's coming up, but like 2020, it was just him and I hanging out. And, you know, and I had old sparklers because I always keep everything if I don't use it. And sometimes that's a problem, but then sometimes I'm like, oh wow, I still have fireworks. I don't even need to go buy fireworks. And we just like, you know, sat there, and it's when I had my back porch at the time, because I don't have it in like this, you know, in this, because this is like a house. But when I lived in the apartment, when I lived in the apartment, we had like a little screened in porch, and we lit like little sparklers. This was Friday the 13th. It's very hard to see because it was a last minute photo, and I didn't know I was running out of film, but I got a Friday the 13th tattoo, because I have like this side is like my animal ones, because this right here, this is I got that on Major's 10th birthday, for Major. So like the first paw print, because on his 10th birthday, he was in the double digits. He got a huge cake from a dog bakery, and I'd never been to a dog bakery, and neither did he. So we took him there, or I took him there. And the first paw print was for Major, and we went to like a food truck rally, me and my friend, and we brought him, and he's never been to a food truck rally, and it was outside, and it was like this huge thing right next to my apartment complex, and he had a pup cannoli, and that was the first time he's ever had like anything like sweet-wise, and that's when I created a monster. And so when that happened, we did all of his birthday celebrations, and then I'm one of those people that throws my dog's birthday parties, yes. And when we got back, I went and I got the little paw print tattoos, and the one is for Major, so I'll always have Major, and he's what I've always wanted to work since I was little. I've always wanted to either be like a vet for exotic animals or be a zoologist. Like I've always wanted to work with animals, I just didn't know which ones. And so Major is what inspired me to, you know, work with dogs. And then when I rescued Alfred and got him to somebody safe and stuff like that too, he's a dog that I rescued. But the second paw print was I'll always, because of Major, because he was the first paw print, and he was 10, so I was like, you know, double digits. It all makes sense in my brain. It might not make sense to you, but it makes sense in my head. And the second paw print is basically like a reminder of like, you're always gonna work with animals. So Friday the 13th, I had even existed in her life, and she originally, hi Mom, I know you're watching. She originally went to go get a dog when she was like before my age even, and she found a little black cat that was really sick and that was about to be euthanized that day. And she was like, I can't let this happen. And she, instead of walking out with the dog that she was gonna get, she walked out with him, and she named him Wolf. And he's named after like a famous vampire in like a book series or something that she read like a while back. And so he was an all black cat, and that was the very first cat Major was ever friends with, because Major didn't really like when we rescued Major by one of my dad's friends, couldn't take care of him anymore because when Major was young, he was relentless. Like, when you get a Shiba Inu, like, they are high energy dogs. You need to prepare for that. And she had, you know, she had her other dog and her son, and she just could not keep up. And Major was just so, like, I love Major so much, but he was so defiant at such a young age. And he was very stubborn, as Shibas are, and very high energetic. She could not take care of him anymore. And I always wanted my own dog, and Wolf was there. And Wolf has had, you know, because my dad had a dog, a Chow, before then, when I was a little girl. And that was his dog. And then my mom had her cat, which is her cat. And then Major was my official first, like, pet. That was my own dog. So, it's really funny because the black cat and a Chow were the ones before, and it's like Major kind of merged into being like exactly personalities like that. And he came home, and I came home with a dog, and we just took him in because he had nowhere else to go. And him and Wolf actually weren't super bad friends. It was the opposite of him and Knox. Wolf wanted nothing to do with him, but like grew like tolerant and kind of liked him a little bit before he passed away. And then Major wanted everything to do with Wolf, and Wolf did not. So the first black cat, I got a black cat, and it's for Friday the 13th. And it's a black cat like walking over to this other side. So that's where I had that, and I just so happened I was trying to show my other tattoo, but it was very hard to do that, where I got the black cat, but the paw prints are in it. So I was like, you know what, I'll just keep it. And it was close to halfway to Halloween on that day anyway. This was the mud puddles, where he ran in the puddles, and it was actually oddly cool for Florida this day when it like stormed really bad. We were under like a severe thunderstorm, which we are all the time, but it was like bad. And he has like his whole feet are just covered in mud. It almost looked like he was wearing, it looked like, it's hard to see, but he looked like he was wearing socks because he just ran in the mud, and his whole underbelly was covered in mud because he just ran in the puddles and everything, and it was so cute. So we had a really good time. And then this one's a little sad because this was when he got his breakfast in the morning. Well, actually, it was his last day, so that's him eating from his licky mat because he destroyed the snuffle mat. So, you know, we had to get him a plastic licky mat instead. And this was the last meal where he tried to inhale gobble the entire I don't know if you guys can see this. I almost said this man. This dog inhaled. This is when I was like, oh, you're gonna eat the whole burger right now. You're just gonna swallow it. So he had a great last meal. Great last meal. Everything was so perfectly done. And I have so many memories, and there's so many videos, you know. Unhinging is I have never seen, guys, I'm not even being, I wish I got it on recording. My best friend just took a couple of pictures so I could have them, but after that I wanted it to be private because I just wanted it to be literally just Major and I just hanging out. I wish if I knew he was gonna do that, because people will say like, oh, he inhaled this, or he, you know, like people will be dramatic about things. I am not joking when this dog, he was 19 pounds in that photo. A 19-pound dog with a tiny little Shiba mouth inhaled this whole burger, put his whole throat back, and it just went straight down, but then it went straight back up. And I didn't think that was possible, so that's why I let him eat it like normal, because I knew he would try to do that with like the fries and stuff. It was incorrect. It was so funny. It was so funny. If you guys haven't seen it on our Instagram and Twitter, like there's a couple at least pictures. He's part snake. Yeah, he was apparently. I did not discover that. He had his identity hidden for a while up until like the last day, because I did not know. Why did I name Major Major? So I actually didn't name him that. When we got him, his name was already Major, and when we got him, if you got the recent post that I did of the picture, like I was a little girl when I got him, and he was a very young lad. Like he wasn't like full puppy, like tiny puppy, but he was, I think he was like 7-8 months old. And I didn't want to change his name because I was like, well, he already had it for so long. Like, I was going to, and then I just saw him, and I was like, I don't want to change it. Like, he's already knows, like, that's what he goes by. He's going to be confused if I change his name. I'm just going to keep him the way he is. And so I just kept his name. And it kind of just fit his personality anyway. So, it was different. So, yeah. Yeah. Did he have any fun nicknames? He did... I don't think so. His middle name was funny. I gave him a middle name. I was also a kid. Okay, so don't judge me. I gave it because, like, my mom would always watch the soap opera, and when Major was being, like, very defiant and bad, like, the Demaras were, like, the bad group, like, the evil, like, I don't even know what they were. I think they were a mafia or something, and it was like that was their last name, and it was like, oh God, don't go near the Demaras, like, they're terrifying. So I named him Major Demera, and when he was in trouble, I would yell out his middle name, just like a kid, and he would, like, stop. But you guys have probably never heard that because he just, as he got older, he just, you know, and obviously, like, as I got older and learned, we got a bond that was not just the family dog and, like, my dog with my parents, like, he moved out with me. So he moved out to college with me, he moved out here with me, like, he did everything, and so we created a bond and then got a lot better with training with him, so, yeah, but that was it was from a soap opera, and I just remember being like, you're acting like a bad guy, so that's your middle name, and it just kind of fit, so, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my hair is long. It's awkward because I actually just got it cut like a week after Major passed away. This was like way longer, and I had to get rid of it because it was too much. Like 6 inches were cut off, and it's still like never ending. Don't forget Major's memorial. So at this point, I'm gonna show you guys this little toy. You know, give you guys a second. Again, go on Lap of Love. You can leave a message. If you don't have our Instagram or our Twitter, just search his name in Lap of Love and you'll be able to leave a message and you can light a candle. Is that a ghost? Plushie? No, oh, no, that's Michael Myers. That's Michael Myers in the background. I have Michael Myers, and then I have 2 Among Us plushies, and then all of that is, like, Major stuff, and, like, the Shiba plushie that was at a convention that I just recently got. Like, my friend went to the convention and was like, there was one Shiba, and he's covered in bread. Sus. Yes. Yep. There's a giant red one in the background, and you can barely see him, and then the little purple one with the crowd, and then Michael Myers, because I love Michael Myers. One of the best classic Halloween horror films of all time. If you disagree, you're wrong. I'll scream with my dog for Major tonight. Please do. Also, too, I've seen you guys, I want to get a P.O. box. I just don't know if I'm going to stay where I am right now, like, after, like, the lease is up. So, I don't want to completely move locations, because I wouldn't stay in this area where I am. I wouldn't stay in the city anymore. So I don't know if I'm going to stay here. If I'm not going to stay here, like, I have no idea. So I haven't made a P.O. box yet because I don't want to do that. And then it's, like, not even, like, where I reside. Because I want to do a P.O. box because I've been trying to go through as many as possible. If you guys have been sending me, like, messages through my Instagram and my Twitter, like, I promise I'm trying so hard to reply to all of you guys because you guys have helped me get through this in a way I cannot even explain. Like, I don't know what I would do. Like, I don't know where I would be without you guys, because you guys have been so helpful in everything, and it's just something that all of us as pet owners have to go through, and you just don't think about it until the end, and you're like, oh God, you know, you have to go through it. But you guys have helped so much, and the messages that I've read have been, like, the sweetest messages I've ever gotten. Like, I have cried, and I've tried not to, because I'm like, oh my God, like, I can't believe, like, the impact that my dog, because I post, you know, it's just crazy to me. Like, I will never be able to, like, fathom that I have this. Like, I'm so lucky to be somebody that had a dog that changed people's lives, or that made people they never really wanted a dog, but yet now they're saying that they love dogs because of Major, and they actually adopted one, or they've literally sent me things and like videos of their Shibas that they got because of Major, and they saw Major's quirks. And or people that are just sending me like these kind words, like it's just insane, or like these beautiful things about Major. And it's just, I wish I could meet like every single one of you, man. I wish I could. And the fan art that I have gotten has been immaculate. Like I'm trying so hard to, like, if I have not seen it yet, I promise, like, I am trying my best to get to everybody. You guys' fan art, like, one person like did a whole painting of Major. There's another painting of Major with the cheeseburger. Like, it has been incredible how talented you guys are. Like, I can't even draw a straight line or a circle, and you guys are painting Major. Like, it literally looks just like a picture. It's insane, and it looks so good. Like, you guys, I hope you guys give yourselves credit, because like the fan art that I have seen is just like unbelievable. Like, it's so talented. Like, all of you need to go to art school. Like, it's so crazy, and it's so sweet, and I'm trying, like, it's just so beautiful. Like, even like, I don't know what it's called, oh my god, is it crocheting? Somebody sent me one of that, and it was of Major howling, and I was like, how did you even do that? Like, how did you do that? Like, that's so cool. Like, I just want to really thankful for you guys. Like, you guys have no freaking idea. But yeah, so over here is a Major's blanket. That was technically, it was just a regular Shiba. Have that. That will still stay on my bed and with me. The Shiba plush was just what I got. It's so cute. It was at a little convention. Look it's a Shiba with bread. It's a Shiba as a bread loaf. Like, look at this little tail. Look at the little bite. It's so cute. It's literally like besides this shirt, because now that's onto the list. You've seen these? I've never seen these before. I love this thing. It's so cute. Look at the little paws are like under. It's like the little paws under. It's so cute. It looks just like Major, like just like him. Especially because he was bred last year. Like, we actually, for Halloween, there's a video, like, I was like, why don't I'm just gonna grab like a pack of Wonder Bread. We'll take the bread, we'll put it in Ziploc bags, we'll eat the toast or whatever we make with the bread, and let's just he already looks like bread. Let's just wrap it around him, and he's bread, and that's what we did. It's so cute. I want to do a Major plush really bad for merch, but I don't know how to do anything, so just also merch will come out. I know there's a sticker on there. I know somebody bought the sticker. I think the quality came out okay, but it's like the first ever practice merch item. Like, it's not intended for, like, I didn't know it was public. So, like, someone bought it, but I guess they said that the quality was okay. But if it wasn't, like, I'm warning you now, like, that's the only thing I had. It was just a test trial. I might keep it on there just for the meme. Oh yeah, it was my first time, and I thought I failed horribly. But as soon as I get it, like, I want to get so much for you guys, like so many things for Major, like, in honor. And I want to do a plush of Major specifically. I really want to do, I think what I want to do is I really, really want to do like your new toy, and I want to make a little kid book. I feel like that, like a little picture book, and I feel like that would be so cool. And I might do my own separate book or something. But I would love to do that, and, you know, do like Shiba stuff. And I want to start to, it's really hard to talk right now. I want to also start doing some charity events as well. I have a couple planned, and a couple that I want to do for specific Shiba Inus. I want to do some for canine cognitive dysfunction, dogs that are in need and stuff like that too. That we'll be able to do, or like if I could visit the shelters and like show, you know, like, hey, this is what it's like. This is the education on it. This is what it's like if you foster a dog with this type thing, or a Shiba that has this problem. And because I've been on the support groups when I found out he had this, because I was like, what's normal, what's not, because like I'm not a vet, you know, I'm a dog owner, but like I'm also not a miracle worker, you know, so it was really nice, and I'm still in that group, so it's nice to see like other people getting, you know, the help. I second the screaming Shiba. I would love to do that. I want to do it. I just don't know how to. I don't know how to do merch. I barely know how to put things on a sticker, let alone like that. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, because that would be really cool. And I want to do something though, like for you guys as dogs. So I almost want to make like a regular plush and then like an actual dog toy plush, because I feel like that'd be cool. Or like maybe make like a cheeseburger with like Major's, I don't know, something. So like your dogs or your cats or your, you know, any of your animals would be able to, because I think that would be really cute and that would be really cool. Major stuff is kept away, so I am keeping his things. Some of his things that were not super connected, like Major had a lot of toys. In case anybody's ever noticed in the background, a lot of toys. Most of his toys are going to be, they are kept in a foster bag. The ones he didn't show really a lot of interest in, or he only liked it for a second and then that was it, are in the foster bag for the next Shibas. And then I did let Knox keep 2 or 3 because Knox really liked them, and then Major's original toys are put away that he liked. But his 2 toys that are out, these are the 2. You guys know one. This is gonna be, as when I get my actual background set up and everything, when I start doing like filming and more live streams and all that, like this is gonna be there. This was the famous "Do you like your new toy?" It was literally like 99 cents at Walmart. Everyone always asked what it was. Nobody knew what it was. It's like a little circular tiger that has a very loud, obnoxious squeak. This is that's him. I'm surprised he even made it this long, but he did. I think it's because he was small, because Shiba Inus are, you know, they're rodent and hunters and stuff, so he loved the small one. He loved it. And he loved to knock it around and stuff, because, you know, Shibas like to do that. The toy is revealed. Yeah. They have a couple of these still at Walmart, I'm sure. I'm sure they have it. But yeah, literally 99 cents. 99 cents in the small little bins. I dug through it and I found this one. And I was like, I'll just bring this home to him. And I had no idea what this little guy, this little purchase was going to create. Major was singing before "Do You Like Your New Toy" for like a long time. Like when we first got him, he started screaming and we were like, is he broken? What do we do? Is this normal? Because I was little and my parents were like, we read things about Shibas, but I did not hear, this is not something I've read before. And he just never stopped screaming. And so it just became a part of him. I don't know. He just, especially when he moved in with me, he would just talk to me. And like the first time he ever screamed in my apartment by ourselves was the video. I don't know if it's posted. I think it's somewhere in the playlist of Major Screams. It's the first one, because you see he got groomed a little bit. He got groomed a little bit before like I stopped grooming him completely. And I mean stop grooming as in like cutting his hair, not, you know, obviously bathing him and all that, because it's really bad for Shibas. He had like an issue, a medical thing for a little while. So I had to do that. But it's me in the kitchen. I don't know where. I guess I was gone for a long time. I was probably at work, because I was a waitress at the time. I mean, still am. But it's just him sitting there, and he's huffing at me, like actually like full on like scoffing. And I'm like, what? And it's me recording him, because I thought it was cute that it was like he was scuffing and making little like noises. And then all of a sudden I was like, what, are you mad at me? Was I gone too long? And he just started like screaming. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I'll just tell my boss I can never come into work again. And ever since then I was like, what the heck was that about? And then I just started randomly posting on like my Snapchat when I had Snapchat at the time. And literally the "Do You Like Your New Toy" video came from Twitter. It didn't even come from YouTube when it went viral. It came from Twitter. I just one day was like, oh, there's a lot of people on here. This toy was when we rescued him. We never had a name for it. as you can tell, it's been pretty beat up. It's pretty old. I have no idea where it came from. This is one of the ones that his old owner had when he couldn't take care of him, and I guess he loved this one. He had another one too that was like a little Christmas tree, but he destroyed that like easily within 2 seconds. This one, he's always kept and like carried it around in his mouth and like played with it and like, but never really like wanted to fully destroy. It was like his little buddy, and we just called it the chick because we were like, it looks like a chick. I think it's a chick, like a little chicken. So it was like, okay, here, have the chick. That doesn't sound good anymore in context. But this was his first original toy, like ever. Like when he was a puppy, this was it. This is what he loved. It doesn't squeak. It doesn't do anything. Its feet cut at angles. It's covered in major fur, if you can see. It's covered. Excuse my shaky hands. That's just the autoimmune disease that I have. Yeah. Major tipping over his water source. Yeah, I know. That's the one thing Major did teach Knox, is Knox started watching that, and that exact water bowl that Knox drinks out of, because he won't drink out of his own, it's only Major's, he flips it over now when it's almost empty. Just like Major did. But Major did it full. Knox won't. He'll like drink it all until it's like only a little bit left, and then he'll go boom and like flip it and just look at me. And I'm like, you're not supposed to do that. He's not teaching you these things. That's not what he's supposed to be teaching you. So Knox started doing that very shortly and just watched him. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I feel like so many people are like, when you have a pet, it's like you're either going to go through it, and if you're going to go through it, again, I'm going to post videos on probably stuff like that too, because I feel like it's the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life. Like, people will say that, and you're like, you don't think that it's going to be the hardest thing in your life, really? Or, like, you do think it, but, like, until it starts happening in real time, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know this was going to be. It is the hardest literally one of the hardest things I've ever done, especially when you have to be the one to make the decision, because everybody always wants it to be peaceful, and, you know, or I want him to pass in his sleep, and I always wanted that, of course, but, like, at the end of the day, like, you have to take that responsibility as an owner. Like, when you get an animal, it doesn't matter what the animal is. It could be a hamster, it could be a fish, it could be a dog, it could be a horse, anything. When you make a commitment to get a companion and an animal and a best friend like that, you have to make the commitment to carry on through the crazy puppy baby stage, the middle stage where you guys are adventuring, doing everything, the old stage where you watch them get older and they just want to sleep, and you have to be able to be the type of person to help them when they can no longer help themselves. And it is the hardest thing you'll ever do. But I feel I don't have any regrets, and the reason I don't is because I know what was going to happen if I didn't do it, which was going to be horrible, and I refused to let Major go through any of that. I didn't want him to go in pain. I didn't want him to go scared, not knowing who I was. Like, I just, the thought of that was unbearable for me. And I know he wouldn't want that either. Who would? You know, who would want that? And also, too, just going through it, it was so peaceful, and I knew that although it was tearing me apart, he wasn't hurting. He wasn't gonna hurt anymore. So, hi, Knox. Where did you come from? Did you come from under the bed? Did you come from under the bed? Do you want to say hi? So, it's gonna be, if you haven't gone through it yet, I'm sorry. Go continue. I'm in your way, apparently. Knox is just gonna take over for me. Hope you guys don't mind. Hey, you have an audience. I'm not the audience. Okay, so we're just gonna, no, okay. Okay, so you kind of got it. You're there. Okay, yeah, there you go. You look, okay, no, you look, no, you don't look at me, not at me, you look at me all the time, you look over here, no, not at me, no, up there, look, whoa, there they are, no, that's a corner, what are you looking at in the corner, please don't look at the corner like that, okay, I'm gonna help you, I'm just gonna, okay. So what you do, I'm not good at this either, okay, but I do know you have to at least, you gotta look at them, okay, you can't just, they're gonna think you're weird. You You gotta, hey, there we go. You gotta, there you go. You're still not looking. I'm sorry, you can see the tree, and I guess it's about to storm because the wind just almost knocked the tree over. One of Major's best buddies. I always said that they were like Garfield and Odie, except Major was Garfield and Odie was Knox, because Major was like buddies with them, but then was like, you know, typical Shiba, who was like, you're doing the most, and Knox is a Mancoon who's all up in your space and very large and baby boy. What? What are you doing? You're sinking down. It's not my fault. Go, ready? Wah. Major has had not cooked lasagna. Okay, Major's had like the sauce, like the tiny like homemade like meat sauce before you put it in the lasagna, because we would make that all the time. And so he's had that, but he's never had like full, like the full thing. But he would have loved it, yes. Gathered your fur. Yeah, I forgot yesterday. The bed is the hardest when putting them away. But I forgot yesterday, when I brush Major, I have bags of his fur that I'll brush it, I'll put it in like the Publix bag or whatever, like the bags and stuff, and I will throw it away. And I forgot that there was one that I started and it was just never full, because I was gonna keep brushing him before this happened, after his bath. And instead of throwing it away, I just kind of let it fly yesterday. But I had to let that go. But I didn't even remember I had it. So when I like was taking out his like cleaning supplies and all that stuff, I was like, oh, this hurts. It still hurts now. Like, it doesn't feel like it's real talking to you guys about it, you know? And it's gonna be hard for a while. It's gonna be hard forever. But I recommend, everybody's different. I highly recommend cremation, private cremation, because it feels way better when they're home. So this is Mage. Yes, his laminate is crooked, but I think that kind of makes it of him. It was very hard for me to put on. He's in a rosewood ivory. So he's always with me. He's always next to me on my dresser. You know? Yeah. So this is him now, but it's okay. Because it's hard, but yeah, it's hard. But the feeling of getting them home really changes things. I didn't realize how much it was gonna change. The house didn't feel as empty anymore. And I'm not like a huge spiritual person or anything, but it genuinely, like, the whole thing changed the house. Like, the whole thing. So it's like he's home. And it's like all of him is home. Like, not, there's pieces, you know, that's why, yeah, so. Knox is staring. Knox is very in tune, too. It's kind of scary how instinctual animals are. Again, like I said, if you guys just got here, Lap of Love. It's on my Instagram and the Twitter, Adventures of Mandy and Major. I just posted the link to Major's memorial. If not, go on to Lap of Love if you don't have either of those, and type in Major. You go on lapoflove.com, go in the search bar, just type in Major's name, and it should pop up. And my memorial for Major should pop up, and you're able to, they will ask for your email, and your first name, but you just put in your name, your email, and you're able to write a message about Major, and you're able to light a virtual candle for him as well, which we're about to go. I think I'm going to go over there and do that. And I'm also going to look at I might do this another day because it's kind of a lot. I do want to read all of the GoFundMe, because I know there's more messages and stuff that you guys did. And I want you guys to know, like, the GoFundMe during this emergency, you guys are the ones that helped pay for his peace at the end. And I really want to thank you, because you guys did that. I didn't do that. That wasn't me. Major didn't have that peaceful experience with Lap of Love because of me. He had it because of you. You guys are the ones that did it, not me. That had nothing to do with me. I was able to afford that because of you guys helping me with that. And you made it so peaceful for him. Knox, why are you laying on my mail? Please don't do that, sir. Why are you eating the paper? So yeah, I just again want to thank you, and I'm gonna do another live stream, probably reading like all of the comments, and I want to find a way. I got my little like webcam because I want to show the screen, and like show you guys, like, obviously if you give me permission, of all the fan art and everything. So I'm always gonna ask, like, if you do send like fan art and stuff to my Instagram DM or my Twitter DM, please let me know if I can use permission to share it on the stories, because I usually I love to share it, but I know some people might be more private. So if you want to keep it private, just tell me that so I won't post it, because I always want to make sure, like, some people, you know, it's just a respect thing, I guess. So please let me know. And then this is actually fitting perfectly on the side of his urn, or his rosewood box. That was one of the last days before I moved out into this house with him. It was like the second to last day, which just happened to be exactly a year, when he was getting, you know, going for peace. And, yeah, so it's the last one. Look at how happy he was. Look at that boy. That was in 2021. And it's the only colorful Polaroid, and I didn't have a Polaroid at the time yet. It was my friend had it and was taking pictures all the time. Because my group of friends I have a very small group of friends that I would die for every single one of them, and they would do the same for me. But we're very big on just take pictures and record everything. Be that person. Who cares what everyone thinks? Be that person that takes 20 different pictures. Be that person who records your entire experience when you travel, or your entire whatever. Still stay in the moment, you know what I mean? Like, don't just focus on your phone, but record those things, because you're going to look back on them one day, and you're going to look back on these pictures one day, and you are going to be so thankful that you have them, because one day it's all you're going to have, and that goes for everything. I am so big on that. Part of the reason I started this channel, like, if that video, that one viral video, made you guys so happy, and I saw people of these comments, and I still, like, I read these comments of people telling me, like, that, like, oh, I had, like, this horrible thing happen to me today, and you saved my life, and watching Major actually helps me. That's why I'm continuing this, and that's why Major's gonna keep, there's so many more videos I'm so excited for you guys to see, because it's gonna go back to regular stuff, and when I'm ready, I'm gonna do the Shivas and all that. And I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I knew it's kind of hard to talk about it. I don't know what else to do or say, except just kind of ramble, I guess, right now. But it's just crazy just how much, like, time goes by. And this was 2021, but this is gonna go on the side of his little rosewood urn. Oh, I'm so sorry about your kitty. Yeah, it's hard. I know so many of you have lost. It's so hard. It's so hard. And I'm gonna keep always gonna share, like, every video I got of him. I'm gonna post, you know. I think, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look on Lap of Love. I'm gonna read the messages that you guys have done. Maybe I might do that later and actually post that on my own time. I will definitely be doing a stream on that, because I want to read you guys' messages. But I just wanted to, this is just going to be now us talking and talking about experiences, you know, and what your favorite, I don't know what your favorite thing of major was, and what your pet, you know, experiences and all that, because I think it's important. So, again, lap of love. And then, this locket, it's like a cheap little locket. It was literally like $2. This locket, I guess, I didn't know it was a color changing locket. Not a mood changing, it's just color changing. I'm not sure what that means. Which is ironic because it changes to green and blue a lot. And that's Major's favorite colors. I know, I'm sure it's probably with body temperature stuff, but still, it's Major's colors. He always picked them out. I don't know why. Any toys, any things that he just really liked the green and blue. I don't know. I was just always like, okay, well, that's cool. So this locket, there's a little bit of his ashes that are out, and they're not in the box, in the urn. And I'm going to go to a jewelry person, because the locket always opens, and get some of his ashes in here and get it sealed. So I know for a fact that it's protected, and I'm gonna wear it around. And then this is like a dog tag that like one of my really, really, really close friends made of, you know, the adventures of Amanda and Major, the adventures never end and stuff. So I wear that around and stuff a lot too. So yeah. Bye, Drew. Tell your wife I said hello. Thank you, guys. He was a good boy, man. He's the best dog I ever had. But it's gonna be okay. And I'm gonna be okay. You guys are gonna be okay. Because on another stream, even if you didn't watch it, I made you guys all promise that you're gonna be okay. So you're gonna have to be sorry. I'm gonna have to be alright at the end. And keep going. Not give up no matter what. And, you know, I know some people, you know, some people in life think that animals are just animals, but that dog has literally saved my life. Literally has saved my life. We've been through hell and back together. Like, so many things. I mean, he's in my prom pictures. Thank you, guys. Oh yeah, the video where he was eating and he screamed. I don't know why he started doing that. It wasn't like a tooth problem or anything. Like, the vet said he was fine. He was just weird. He just like screaming. I think, and it was only during lunchtime. He would never do it during breakfast or dinner. I think he just got really excited for lunch, because sometimes he would like just kind of not remember it. He didn't have an exact time frame, because lunch was always varying on the times, but dinner and breakfast was exact time frames. So he didn't have an exact schedule for his lunch, so I think he just got really excited when he got it, and so that's when he started doing that. I still have the broken bowl too. That got put away. The broken ceramic bowl, if you guys remember, if you guys were back in the OG times when he had the other bowl before the metal bowl. He had a ceramic bowl with paw print. I kept that in my room. I just kept it like hidden, and I put that away with his stuff too. And it's completely shattered and broken, but I kept it because that was the bowls that he had coming back. Like, we didn't buy him those bowls. He just already had those when he was being given away, and we took him. And he flipped it because he did the thing with the water bowl, but he did it with this food bowl when he ran out of food. And then, you know, don't give your dogs glass or ceramic. We should have just bought new ones, but, you know, I was a kid. I don't know. Oh my god, the video of him screaming at midnight. It's so funny because I still get comments, like, the apartment that I had a lot of studio lights. And I still have people to this day commenting, saying that, like, I'm lying and that it wasn't actually midnight, because why are the lights on then? Or why are the lights on and why is the sun beaming out of the window? And I was like, those are studio lights. There's no window. There's no window. The window is only in the kitchen and like the sliding glass door. And I was like, they're literally lights. They're not even, and people can still be awake at midnight. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're sleeping yet. I still get to this. It's so funny. People are genuinely like, oh my God, that's clickbait. That wasn't actually midnight. And I'm like, y'all, could have the lights on at midnight. Knox, are you drinking out of the bowl? Knox is drinking out of the bowl. That's the one thing I do like is like some of Major's toys and stuff like that weren't special specifically because he liked them a lot or it was his first toys and stuff. Like I'm able to reuse them for fostering and it makes me, everyone's different because I know some people they wouldn't be able to do it. And it wouldn't make them comfortable, but it makes me much more comfortable knowing that, like, the dogs that I'm gonna help in the future and I'm gonna show you guys in the future are gonna be, like, Major's what started that, you know what I mean? Like, he's the one that, like, those are his, like, toys being passed down to, like, other Shibas and stuff like that, you know? Like, there's so many. I don't plan on getting a new dog right now. I think my goal right now, I'm not ready for a new dog. I would get it will be another Shiba. I don't think I could ever get the same color, but it wouldn't be for a while because I think that I genuinely think that I'm meant to do this and I'm meant to foster and I want to help a lot of the older dogs, like the senior dogs like Major, the sick dogs. I want to get into rehab and like rehabilitation for dogs. I want to foster those dogs and I want to give the ones that don't have a chance yet, I want to help them for a while and do that before I finalize the help with one dog specifically. Does that make sense? So I will get a new dog at some point. It just definitely won't be anytime soon, but it's because I want to foster and I want to save lives and I want to show you guys that you guys can do that too. Like if it's something that you want to do and if it's something specifically Shiba Inus, you can foster Shiba Inus. There's a lot of Shiba Inus that actually need fostering. People just don't know that, and it's actually crazy. I've been doing research on it, and I'm learning more every day. Like, I'm not a pro, you know? I know things about Shibas. Obviously, I've had a Shiba for a long time, and I've done, you know, I've worked in the animal field for a long time, and I just worked in the dog, you know, but I didn't even know half of it. It's just so cool that there's so many Shibas out there that, you know, and, like, there's so many different facts about Shibas. Like, there's actually more than one different type of breed of Shiba. Like, it's so crazy. I have this, like, piece of an eyelash that's, like, half in my eye. So, like, I'm dying on the inside right now, but it's okay. Hi, fluffy boy. We have regular bread loaf, and then we have the burnt bread loaf. Look at you. Look at how pretty you are. You're so pretty. He looks just as soft. Or he feels just as soft as he looks. Look at that. Are you referring to the mini Shibas? What's a mini Shiba? I don't think I'm referring to a mini Shiba. I know there's like Shiba Husky mixes and like it was like another breed of Shiba. Maybe I don't know. I don't think I am because I don't think I know what that is. Look at him. What was that? Were you waving? Were you saying hello? You're so cute. Are you contemplating your life? Okay. He did a whole little wave for you guys. That was so funny. I've never seen him do that. That was so cute. That was meant for you guys too. He knows, like, anytime I come in here on the live stream, he always tries to take my chair, or like, if we spend too much time on our phones, like my best friend and I, he will come up there and knock the phone out of our hands, like slam dunk style, and then plop on us, and like, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not using my phone anymore. That's fair, I should probably take a break. He literally waved that. He for real just said hi. He did. That was so cute. You're so cute. He is like, he's gonna help me take over for a little bit. He's my new assistant for now. Major would have wanted that. As much as him and Major were Garfield and Odie style, but backwards, they were still best. They were buddies. They were definitely buddies. I think I am thinking of an Akita Inu. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. It was a while ago and I read about it. You need to upload that bit. Yeah, I probably will. That was so funny. That was so cute. It was gonna storm. How much of the GoFundMe campaign helped with Major and the bucket list? All of it. Like literally. So it paid for most of it. So it paid for his emergency vet bill, and emergency, especially in the United States, like vet bills are already expensive, but if you go to an ER vet, it's normally a $200 to $300 just copay to walk in the door, depending on where you go. Sometimes I can find them for $100, but the place where, like the city where I'm at, like everything is very expensive. Very. So that first vet bill, because he went twice, so both of those were paid in full because of you guys, not because of me, because of you guys. I used some of my, because I had my final paycheck, so I was working 2 jobs. I'm going back to work now. I was working 2 jobs and then it went to 1, and then once it was like Major was like really going bad, it was like, okay, I need to take this time, like these 2 weeks, I need to take this time for my dog, you know? Which I was only able to do because you guys helped me. Like, I would have had to just, like, I couldn't imagine just not being able to do that, and, like, I wouldn't have been here to even do it or take care of him. But, so both of those bills, completely paid in full because of you guys. Like, I want you to realize, like, I feel like it just doesn't get looked at enough, how much, like, people, like, GoFundMes and, like, people and help save lives and like save like Major, like it just should be appreciated. Like, even if you didn't donate or you just shared it or you just talked about it, that still makes a huge difference. Like, I cannot believe, like, I wasn't expecting all of it, or majority of it to be taken like care of. I was like, okay, you know, I'll get his vet bill covered. And then once the emergency came to, okay, it's no longer an emergency, it's actually a process, and now we have to do the humane thing. The whole entire lap of love thing that I was able to do, you guys are the ones that did that. You're the ones that made him be able to be peaceful, not in a vet office. It was actually it was him in his house where he was comfortable, because he's terrified of the vet now. Because every time he's gone the past 2 years, it's been like horrible, you know? And so, the final bucket list, some of it was stuff that I did, but the pool, that was taken care of. What else was taken care of? Polaroid films, that was taken care of. His extra treats, so he got a lot of medications on top of that. He had to get, he got extra gabapentin that he had to get once he started the second emergency vet thing to help him. Knox, what are you doing? So that was paid for in full. He had another medication. It's like an anti-inflammatory? I don't remember what it was called. But he had a few refills on that he got to help him because of when he collapsed and stuff, and he already had arthritis. And then he had another medication that was on top of it that was like similar to gabapentin, and he like took it once a day since like the emergency event, just in case. Like, not seizure medication, but it was like something in the middle, because the vet was like, I don't want to put him on seizure medication because he doesn't, you know, it wasn't a seizure. It was some sort of medicine that was like to help with canine cognitive dysfunction. Maybe I still have the ball. I'll have to look. Which really helped him. That was paid for you guys. And because medication, especially with dogs, like gabapentin is very expensive. And that was taken care of. All of it. Every single medication. Done. Taken care of. The snuffle mat that actually helped him ease his anxiety. That, before he tore it apart. That was taken care of. What was it called? The treats. So I got him a couple of new treats to help him. And one of them was CBD medication treats that helped him get back into his regular sleeping schedule. Because when you do canine cognitive dysfunction or Alzheimer's, in humans as well, it's very similar, just like humans. It's very similar with pets, unfortunately. They have sundowning, and they have where their sleep schedules get messed up because their brain isn't telling them like the right things. So basically Major would be up at night. Like, it was like, I was up every couple of hours. It got to the point, I was already starting to get up like a couple of times because Major would just stare at the corners, or he'd stare at the light, or he'd get scared randomly, or, you know, because that was part of his dementia. And I was up And I remember, like, especially during the emergency thing, like, I did not sleep. Like, it got to the point where, like, I had to take, like, shift swaps at one point because I was like, I have to sleep. Like, I'm losing sleep to the point where I was, like, falling asleep sitting up at home trying to take care of him. And he would sleep all day because his brain would tell him to sleep during the day, and he would get up and he would do his playful things and all that. But then at night, and especially because he was already part blind, because that just happens as they get older. He wasn't fully blind, but he was one of his eyes for sure. Like, you can tell, like, you can see the cataract pretty bad. He couldn't, like, he would get scared. And then, like, we got him a nightlight that really helped. And we moved that around. We had to move that around. We had to put another bed in here because he would fall, because he would, you know, he couldn't see well, and he couldn't actually remember where his bed was sometimes. So, we got him the, what are they called? Oh my God, what are they called? CBD. We got him the CBD treats. And that helped so much with his sleep pattern. Like, so much. Always, if you're thinking about giving your animal CBD, always consult up with a veterinarian. You never know. You always have to, but I got him like a low dose, and it was in like the little treats, and they were like little heart treats and stuff, and I put it in the snuffle mat, so he would be focused at night on the snuffle mat because he never lost an appetite. That dog never once lost an appetite, and he would love to try to eat, and so I would scatter it all around, so he would use the majority, like the first hour, he would just sit there and just eat all the tiny little pieces in the snuffle mat. But those were paid for because I had to get a couple of those bags because he had to have them every night to get back into a regular sleeping pattern. So yeah, sorry I went rambling again, but you guys, that would GoFundMe significantly. That's why I want to do a separate stream of reading, because I already did a live stream of reading GoFundMe accounts, but I want to do a second one where I read all of them, because I think I only read like half of them, or like maybe like 70%, because I want to give everyone. Obviously, if it says you're anonymous or you wrote me a private message, like I'm not going to release that publicly. But if you made it public in a message, I want to do that, and I want to thank you guys. Like, I know I can't come in person. I wish I could and like hug and thank every single one of you, but that's like the closest thing I can do. So I want to do that because it needs to be recognized. Like, you guys need to be recognized for that, and I really hope you realize how, even if it was $1, like that is one less dollar. Like, it is so important to recognize that how helpful that was. And I'm so thankful, and like I'm so freaking grateful that I was able to have Major go at peace, because I had a community that was so incredible and that was so caring and that just cared so much about my baby, and like the freaking best freaking thing that's ever happened to me, you know, like. And I was able to have that happen because of you, you know? Like, I appreciate you guys so much. I can't even say thank you over and over, because it's like, I don't know, I would need to say like more, but like, I don't know, like, it's not enough. Like, it just changed. That's why too, like, I want to do these charity events and stuff, because like, I want to give back to people, and I want to go on these places that do canine cognitive dysfunction, that are struggling with Shiba rescues, that are like, my dream is to be able to just do that piece that I felt in that moment, because it's so hard to go through, or even before then, or whatever people are going through with their pets, especially, like, give that back, because it was so peaceful, and it went perfect, and Major was so happy, and there was not one thing that happened that I would take back. Not one. Maybe I would break up the cheeseburger. I don't even know if I would break up the cheeseburger, because it was so funny to watch him like inhale it like a whole whale, and then I was like, everything just was perfect, you know? So it was great. You finally made it to the stream. Hello, welcome. Welcome. It's gonna rain here again. It's rained every single day. I mean, it's okay because it's cooler out, but it's June. Florida in June, it's always raining. Another video of you. Oh my god, the drive-thru for the puppuccino. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, because that's the one where I put the Shiba blanket in the passenger seat, right? I think that was. That was here. That was in this house. I like that video a lot. One of my favorite videos, I gotta find it again, is the donut, when he had the donut toy. Oh my god, that donut toy did not last long at all. I really like the vlogs. I think my favorite's like me traveling to the mountains and stuff with him, and I took him to see snow. I took him to see stream. He saw Canadian geese for the first time. I saw Canadian geese for the first time. Like, taking him to the beach, taking him to an island before, you know, like all of our traveling things, because he went everywhere with me. Like, it was to the point, like, even like when I lived at my old apartment, he would get excited to go for a ride, because when we went to the bank, they had dog treats at the bank, when he could eat dog treats back then. And he would get a dog biscuit, and he would know we were in the drive-through teller of the bank, because when I was waitress, I had to go to the bank all the time, put money in. And he got dog treats, and I remember he put like his whole freaking snout through like the, I don't know what it's called, it's like the little cylinder thing that like you open, he like put it through, and like the girl at the bank like knew him by his name and was like laughing, and sometimes she would sneak him a second treat in there. He would always do that. I remember that. He would hop from the back seat to the front. That was the only thing I could never get him to be controlled on, is when that biscuit came out. It was just like one of the little milk bone biscuits. Like, it wasn't anything crazy, but apparently he liked the bacon one. It was always the red one. If it was the red one, he could smell it from like a mile away. And he always knew when we pulled up to that teller, he would be whimpering, and I'm like trying to talk to the bank. And they just hear him in the background. The one thing that I do wish is I wish you guys could have met him. I wish I could have arranged that. He was just the only reason I couldn't, you know, is because he was getting older, and I didn't want him to travel to the point where it was like uncomfortable for him, and you know. But that's the only thing is I wish. That's why I really want to make this book. I want to do a little, like a family children's like picture book of, do you like your new toy? I just don't know how to start, but I think I'm going to do that, because I think that would be really, really cool to do. So, you guys have no idea how much you guys have impacted, like, my life and Major's life. Like, Major loved every single one of you. I promise. He loved every single one of you. And I know it's really hard. It's gut-wrenching and it's really painful. But I want you guys to look at this as much as you can. It's okay to be upset, but I want you guys to look at this as much as you can as a celebration, and that there's so much more videos, and although he's not here, that he can still help you, and he can, you know, make you smile, and he's always going to be here with us, and that part will never go away. He will never be forgotten, ever. I know none of you would ever forget him, and he would have loved every single one of you, especially if you gave him a treat. Especially. He always loved people. Like, he always liked to people watch. Like, he would sit there sometimes, or we'd go to the park, we'd go do whatever, or, you know, I'd go sit and, like, read a book, and he would just watch people. And he was so interested. He was way more interested in people than he was with than he was with dogs. Even at the dog park, he would, like, go up to the people and, like, run around the dogs to get to the people. So, I'm very thankful for you guys, and I know that, like, I wouldn't be here without you guys, and I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate every single one of you for just being here. Even just being here, listening to me ramble, like, everything, you know. Major loves seeing him in the pumpkin. Yeah, see Major in the pumpkin patch. Oh my god, I remember that. Yeah, he loved going to the pumpkin patch, actually. He really liked it. He loved going into the pumpkin patch. He loved that. He never liked going in the wagon, though, because he liked to run around with pumpkins. I remember one time he peed on one of the pumpkins, and I was so embarrassed. I was like, I'm so sorry. He peed literally before this. I don't know why he peed on that pumpkin again. He just... Oh my god, we got mad at the toy car. I forgot about that. I don't know why he was so upset. He's never done that. But he's also never seen a toy car. Like, there's like a little kid in it, and there's this video somewhere on my channel. I'll dig for that. So I want to go through and dig through some of my old videos. Oh god, I'm going to cringe so hard at my old vlogs. Oh god, it's going to be so embarrassing. God, when I first made this channel, oh no. I guess everybody should, if you don't look back and cringe at your own self and be like, that's embarrassing, I guess you're not growing. Yeah, he like got so mad at that toy car. He was so upset. It wasn't the kid, it was the car. Because he's been around children, not as super often, because, you know, Shibas aren't really you know, you have to be a certain type of child to respect their space, you know. But yeah. Oh yeah, where he woke up from a deep sleep with the chicken nugget. Yeah, he did that with the chicken nugget. He also did that with meatloaf at one point. I was like, I wonder if he would wake up to meatloaf. He's never had meatloaf before. And I remember putting it up to his nose because he fell asleep on the rug, and he was just like, and like inhaled it before I could even like process that he woke up. And I was like, okay, now you've had meatloaf. I remember that. That was funny. Definitely gonna go soon. But I'm gonna keep this stream up. I'm gonna maybe grab Knox if I can find him to say goodbye. And I hope you guys enjoyed everything. And I'm gonna still, like I said, we're gonna have more live streams. Major's not gonna be gone. You know, even though he's not here physically, he never went in pain. He never went not knowing who I was or who he was even, you know. He's always gonna be Major. And I'm just so, you know, it's very hard. It is very hard to go through. But, you know, we're gonna be okay. Thank you, Macy. Thank you guys. Like, I don't think you guys understand how much you've helped. And for all of you that have gone through this, like, I'm so sorry to you as well, because it is so hard. It's so hard. Oh my god. Like, I'm so sorry if you guys have ever had to go through this. I'm so sorry. It's so hurtful. The last Zoomy was funny. I love the last Zoomy. It was so funny because Knox tried to play with them and he was like, you're going too fast. It's really funny too because the last Zoomy, like, it was so funny. There's a couple of Zoomies on, like, TikToks and stuff too. But let me see if I'm gonna see if I can find Knox to say goodbye. I love that. Thank you guys for coming and watching and celebrating Major this way. Grief is just love that has nowhere to go. That's true. And whenever I get this sealed, you know, I'll get his ashes and it gets sealed in this. It's okay if you missed the beginning of the memorial. This is gonna be posted, and like I said, so the memorial, this is just us talking about Major. It was me talking about kind of what happened, how it went down, his final bucket list. I showed some pictures. I'm gonna show him again in the back. And just talking to you guys about things. But again, Lap of Love. If you don't have my Instagram and if you don't have my Twitter, because I put the link to Major's memorial and Lap of Love there, go on lapoflove.com, search for, the search bar for pet's name, search for Major, and if you search it, it should post, and you should be able to light your own virtual candle and leave a message. Any messages that you leave will be public, so just a heads up, it will be public. And I think you can light a candle without putting a message, or you can do both. And I will be reading through them, and soon I will be, you know, I'll probably do a stream on that and reading through, maybe not, I don't know, but I will be reading through them. And that memorial now, I made that memorial specifically for you guys, because I want you guys to be able to share your love, because I know I'm not the only one that lost him, you know, because every one of you guys lost him too. So I wanted that so you guys could share your thoughts. Again, if you send me fan art, if you send me your, you know, the videos and stuff that you guys have been sending me, and like all of that on my Instagram or my Twitter, just give me some time to go through it. But I've been going through every single one, and all of you guys, yeah, I know, they're talented, aren't they? Yeah, I'm in your seat. Yeah. Told you, he's very loud. He's a very talkative boy. He'll take after. I actually am thinking about getting a memorial tattoo, but I think I know what it would be. I know exactly what it would be. Because I had the paw prints already, I explained about, but... Was that your goodbye, Knox? Are you done? Let me get him, and we're gonna say goodbye. Okay. Can you get up? Okay, dog. I know. I think he can. Baba. Okay. You're gonna make this especially painful for everybody, aren't you? Yeah, okay. This is Mage. I'm gonna keep him here. It's gonna be okay. We're not going anywhere. I'm thanking every single one of you for being here. And your guys are gonna be okay. So am I. And you can go on Lap of Love. You can write your condolences. You can write anything, your message, because I know, like I said, you guys lost him too. But we're gonna get through this together because you guys are my family. And this is an amazing, incredible community that I never thought that I would have. And I'm so grateful to say that I have you guys. And I'm so sorry if you ever went through this. And if you did ever go through this with any pets, just know that Major's meeting them. And I think that's pretty freaking cool. We love you guys. I'll be back to posting soon. Thank you so much for being here and just listening and talking. And I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day. And I promise I'll see you soon. And he's always gonna be here. Thank you guys for everything. My Knox, my burnt toast assistant, says goodbye too. I love you guys so much. Rest in peace, Papa.